Strength is the internal fortification. This is a place where the system rebuilds its internal authority. Reset can't hold the internal structure is still collapsing under its own pressure. Strength in the major arcana here removes all the weak points. It replaces any reaction with regulation and restores the internal force that's needed to keep the new reset pattern stable. It's not so much about emotional courage or even compassion, it's about structural reinforcement, the inner strength to see the pattern and to see that it needs to be changed. Strength is the moment the system becomes strong under its own weight, and without this phase the reset falls back into the old cycle. Today we're mapping with the strength card the internal mechanism of fortification, how the system, how your body starts to rebuild itself from inside out. Moving to the west, the karmic debt that you need to reinforce yourself against. We've got the moon. West is a pattern distorted, the karmic debt that you kept repeating. With the moon here, it means the pattern has not always been clear to you. It's been shifting, it's also been ambiguous. The system is dealing with illusion, projection and misreading signals. This is why you've not been able to center yourself and kept repeating the same patterns. The west corner is fogged, so any outgoing energy at the moment is unclear and unreliable. The collapse point is not fully visible, and it's also telling you that the distortion, the patterns that you think you're in, are not actually what you think. Your system is trying to rebuild its internal authority in a place from uncertainty and lack of clarity, and it's trying to stable itself from inside out, and the pressure is starting to build now. You need to hold the line now. You must not you mustn't respond to lack of clarity. You need, do not move. You need to fortify and regulate and hold and wait. You must hold that line without reacting to anybody else's interference. What these cue cards are telling you is that the distortion is not external, it is internal, and you mustn't react to what essentially is a mirage. The system is checking whether new internal structure, strength, can hold under ambiguity. Let's see where your roots and wisdom are safe. I'm moving to south straight away then to see what this ambiguity is. The hangman, lack of perspective. Let's move that a little bit more. The strength that he is trying to reinforce boundaries, reinforce internal authority and hold its own weight. Your roots and wisdom is pulling you down into hesitation, a pause and suspended action. This is the tension line of the Karmic Cross, and strength is asking you hold your internal line. Hangman is about inaction and delay, and suspension is steady movement. You may be trying to wait for the environment to change rather than changing yourself. You see the distortion because you've gained a different perspective by looking at things differently, but you're not acting. You're in a pattern of waiting for clarity instead of generating clarity. This is your root pressure. This is because your thinking is unclear and distorted with the moon. You're misreading signals, all the while trying to balance your internal strength, your internal courage, but you're still being suspended at the root. Put together, this distortion that you're facing is unclear. The system is trying to fortify yourself, but the root of yourself is still paused. This is a classic reset phase. You must fortify yourself before move. The pause here is structural, not emotional. Gather in your strength, build your inner courage, and we'll see what the north, the high truth is trying to bring in. got justice. Justice here is trying to bring in correction and equilibrium by balancing of the field. It's aligning consequences with truth. The system is returning to proportion. North is a direction that the system is moving towards. So it is moving now towards clarity, towards discernment, and coming out of suspension. It isn't about karma as retribution here or punishment. It's about regaining equilibrium. I'll see what's coming in these. We have magician, strength and will and manifestation. Magician in these, it's the next movement that is about to emerge. This is initiation and skill activation, reclaiming agency and deliberate creative action. It's a conscious eternal move forward, and East is what is bringing in next. The system wants to initiate something, but only once the structure is stable. So the system here, the moon in the west, this distortion, the pattern is fogged. It's telling you that you cannot act based on what you see externally. Strength centre is telling you to hold your internal authority. The system is rebuilding its internal force. The hangman is telling you that the root is paused. Movement is suspended until the internal structure here of strength is ready. North with justice here is telling you the correction is already in motion, the reset is already started, and the outcome is equilibrium. And the magician in the east is the next action will be intentional and not reactive. You may be reacting to the environment around you, and this is the cycle that you've been in. The next reset for you will be internal. The system will move, but only when strength completes and justice completes the correction. Magician is telling you when you move deliberately, and strength is telling you to hold your internal line. It's not about impulsive action, not reacting to the distortion of the moon, and it is breaking the suspension of the hangman. This is post-correction reset. Let's see where centre is now once this internal strength has been gained. Death. While strength here is rebuilding the internal structure, death is removing the external structure. This is a dual pressure phase, internal fortification and external severance. Your system is being strengthened and stripped at the same time. Strength is telling you to hold the line, and death removes what the line can no longer carry. This is why the energy of this Karmic Cross feels sharp, decisive and non-negotiable. Strength is eternal rebuild, and death is the external cut. You can't choose death. Death chooses a structure. Death is a card that is making the correction possible. North is letting you know the correction is coming, and death is the cut that creates a correction. It's telling you to hold the internal authority while I cut out this distortion that you've been living in. And West is telling you do not interpret the fog. The shift in this Karmic Cross is internal. When the cut is complete, you will initiate the strength and the will of the magician. I suggest you watch episodes 1 to 4 of this Karmic Reset arc, because it explains how we have moved to strength, rebuilding internal strength, about learning the pattern and seeing the pattern that you're operating in, and how the Karmic Cross works. But for this is just like to let you know strength has been holding the line. Death has now removed what the line cannot carry, and this system is now stabilised with its own internal authority. I hope you enjoyed that episode, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you, bye.